settling quite nicely in this 5v5, and the retake has to be good. Sunny's going to be flanking in from short, and here we go, Script. The retake has to speed up for the NAVI Junior side, otherwise that flank is going to be deadly. Floud and Nato with one each, but m0NESY's already chimed in. Nato with a double, m0NESY back with one of his own, and that's where the flank comes into fruition. Sunny against m0NESY. Who's going to claim it? It's a tap on the bomb. Does he stick it, m0NESY? Nope, he starts running. Sunny giving up the game, but m0NESY still on top, and
flash over the top. Buy some time. It's the perfect peak for Cynics. He does get blinded up on the return flash, however, but the damage is there, right? 1.5 kills, essentially. He and Orncare still alive. No closer to getting taken down. Floud will peek around. It's a pretty quick one. Orncare up on the double stack. Also going to get taken out. Pogor's here pretty quickly, but unable to stop them from getting the bomb down, ultimately. That's the big thing, and m0NESY on this AWP, not the best weapon for retaking. An MP9, just the flash and the smoke to work with. Really going to be difficult to break through this, and I think they are very much contemplating, if nothing comes their way, maybe we go to save. NATO's head has been spotted, though, and Pogor wins a key fight. He's left low off the back of it, but all the same, surely they can just use the numbers, or maybe not. The AWP is just not close enough to the action either. He's going to try, but it's just not happening. Can he even make it out? He's going to reaggress. Oh, but if he'd have landed that flick. But I do feel that, given a bit of time, they would be a better team than NAVI Junior. Not so sure about that one, though. Sunny just kind of goes swinging in, no flash. Very dry indeed, and Fear gets a freebie. So I don't know how I feel about that.
yeah, I think there's a bit of a weird situation to be in. They are going to try again, and m0NESY through the smoke reads into that play all too well. Flusher out of the round, and it quickly turns into a 5 versus 3. Sergej, of course, looking for the shot on short, and actually does connect. Fear gone. Flower out towards middle, and all of a sudden, Scrape, we are level. But as I say that, not only is that Sergej gone, but the bomb dropped towards short. The man isolated, caught lacking, and now Floud and Nato Sapphics do have to pull out a huge round, but that is a great start from Floud, and he doubles down on that as well, finding Pogorelov as well as has put themselves in a grand position. Cynics against 2, approaching from CT. Bomb set down. Flashbang trying to force him off the angle yet again. Peeking does connect. Let's assume that this second player's in towards short, but Nato Sapphics has it covered. Really could come to life. NAVI Junior, will they stand the test towards A? It's going to have to be Fear alongside Pogorelov if they want to make things happen. Molotov in, and 2 players caught out. Flusher, a great first to be found. 10 seconds on the clock. The bomb yet to go down. It will find its place. Maybe, just maybe, Sunny is going to tap it down nonetheless. And that will now be a 2v2 Molotov to force him away. And now, NAVI Junior gifted a bit of breathing room. Both players at 27 points of health, and NAVI Junior revitalized quite possibly. AWP to find the first. Sergej against 2, smoke towards site. Molotov in, close runs right through it, and AWP, no scope up close, does not matter with him. And so if Floud's in and doing this sort of stuff, it's beautiful to say the least, but a dark horse to that top spot. Nato Sapphics, who has caught off one, but m0NESY quick to the trigger. The response found 4v4 as they step on out towards this A site. All 4, at least, still remaining very well intact. 3 towards A. Bomb going to be planted. m0NESY! That is a ridiculous shot onto Floud. Fires off another no-scope as well, trying to catch off the flank. But Sunny to level things out. 3v3, still with that disadvantage HP of AWP. And m0NESY lands another shot. Got to be careful. Throws the flashbang, anticipating the peak. Flusher catching one out towards spawn. And now 2v2. Once again, that AWP and m0NESY could be disregarded to the hands of Sergej, but the molly on top of the bomb. Does he have the time? Nice shot from Flusher. Peeks on out. Flusher with a triple. Sergej Blee in front of him will get that off. Nade deep in behind as well. Flusher trying to get the entry towards short. Unsuccessful. Sunny's trade has caught Fear with no gun out, but a 10-second time. I've only just realized script time is against them. Sergej 2 HP, but does maybe just maybe. I don't care. You can't be doing that. What was that shot?
Привет, зритель! Хочу показать тебе новый сайт NAVI. На этом сайте ты сможешь поднять много новых скинов для себя. На сайте есть много подарков для игроков, бесплатные кейсы и раздачу скинов. Кстати, в закрепленном комментарии я дам промокод на 25 центов, всего лишь 200 активаций, поспеши. Также на сайте есть куча режимов, каждый из которых можно проверить на честность. Давай попробуем открыть кейсы. Шансы выпадения скина можно узнать заранее. И мы выходим в плюс. Крутые игры, честность, моментальный вывод ждут тебя на Knife X. Ссылочка и промокод в закрепленном комментарии.
Short super fast. Ooh, gonna get the catch. Trade comes in instantly, but gonna work out for the T side. However, Sergey caught off by M0NESY, and Flusher's not able to capitalize on the player jumping down. Nade's gonna go up. Flusher will only take 1 point of damage from it, but the bullet in the face is going to be a bit too much. The M4 jumping up again.
To be ready for some action. M0NESY smoked off, Molotov in, and now that flashbang. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's great, but Gorillaz, he does not care. A double kill to open things up. The bomb's isolated in towards long. A nice shot from Sunny, at least, to respond, and now Flusher in behind. The lurker, it seemed like a very baity move, but he knew that was the only choice he had. Smoke across. We'll try and drop the bomb as well, Sunny. Oh my word! The jiggle! This round, it could not go any better for Gorillaz. From bad to worse for NAVI Jr. And I don't care. Has to step up to the podium in a 1 versus 2, and I just don't see it happening. The penultimate round of the half as well. No money in the pockets. Really missed shot. And Flusher will capitalize.
Tagged up early, so that is something to work with. Uncare on this Scout. 1 for 1. Down at short, not really ideal for the CT side. It's also an M4 drop that they would very much like to retrieve. It's going to be a B hit coming in though. Cynics is by himself for now. They have indeed gained the man advantage, but Cynics has got to at the very least stay alive, and he can't do that. Quickly eliminated. Ooh, nice headshot find from Uncare. Bomb going to be dropped. Of course, the man advantage reinstated, so what can they find here? Boosting over. Trying to spot, I think, above the smoke of the double doors, but nothing just yet. NATO's got to be careful with where he goes. He might walk into this, but they are just playing things safe here on the T side. Very slow on the uptake. Of course, no kit available for the CTs, but they do have that all-important 3-man play. Have to utilize this. Floud's going to reposition. Outside the double doors, pretty difficult one to clear. They need a solid flashbang to deal with him here. Oh, and it's not quite good enough. He's going to lose his teammate. They all line up for him, though. The spray transfer. He gets them all. The young gun Floud, the new member Floud.
In towards the doors, flashbang over the top, blinding Sergey, but Sunny's found one. And that's bomb into the jaws of the Gorillaz side. And a second quite possibly on the horizon. A dink doing in fact 4 HP, but Sergey out towards middle, no problems at all. And now the peak, Uncare, good for 1, but a 4v3 once again. So Safik's getting dinked. And a bit of a dicier situation as Uncare to convert. Sergey taking a fight towards long. It will be Flusher to pick up the pieces, 3v2. But bomb in the hands of NAVI Jr. could become problematic, and that's a kill Gorillaz desperately needed to not lose out on.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a key frag. Flusher. Oh, gonna get taken out. Why would he be on the backside? You know, that's the big catch for Uncare as he gets the ace.
Ticking away. Sunny looking for the first. Molotov will force him back and in fact look down to avoid the flashbangs. And well, they are going to bombard this site once again. Pressure all in. First shot does not connect from Sergey. Does decide to back away, play a more passive approach. 20 seconds to go. Gorillaz, here's the scope, here's the movement. Sergey, missed shot, tucks back in time. Darts find the kill. Flusher with another, Sunny with another as well. Sergey with 2. Nice shot from M0NESY, but it means nothing. Gorillaz 12, NAVI Jr. 7. Silence their own ball game. Zone, I mean, second best to Sergey, but more than willing to whip out that big green stick where it matters. A very nice peek from Sunny, catching him off quite nicely. And now, well, 4v5, in fact 3v5, excuse me. NAVI Jr. is advantaged by 2, and M0NESY out of the equation. Could get interesting, but they do find themselves a slight control bomb going to be set down. 40 seconds on the clock. And NAVI Jr. may have just bought themselves a little bit of time to ensure that the retake is a little harder on the Gorillaz side. And any damage to finances at this point, Scriv, and Gorillaz will be feeling it, because looking at their money, they're not looking too comfortable. But 5 players in from CT in short, a 1-for-1 trade to kick things off. Floud with a trade, Flusher goes down, Gorillaz with 2. Nato Safix to cut him out of the round quite quickly. And now 12 may just become 13, but Nato Safix's leg not quite converted. Tag to 5 HP, bomb tapped, not stuck, peek on out, Uncare to find it. And it will be a double kill from him. And furthermore, if they keep losing so many players and having so many casualties, but if they can find the opener and convert, then they will have a chance. Uncare, first kill granted. 5v4 once again to the hands of the CIS team. At least traded out Nato Safix. Sergey Trying to rattle off a shot, but it's Flusher that finds one. A very nice dink onto the second and knows m0NESY's in as well. Shot towards long. Creates so much space for Sergey, and just like that, NAVI Jr. down to 2 and out care on 3 HP. Skriv, finally, Gorillaz response heard. And I think this one, safe to say, it'll fall itself to 13-10, unless a bomb plant. Possibly, pieces starting to come together now for the NAVI Jr. side, and maybe, just maybe, they'll find their way into this retake.
They've crept in, haven't they? I think they were not expecting that on the Gorillaz side of things. m0NESY, we've been talking a big game about him. He absolutely needs to find most of the damage here, especially with his teammate being so far away and smoked out. First comes in, second as well. m0NESY is doing it. Sergey's the only one left, and there's no chance at all above the smoke.
Scary stuff, Skriv. Very scary stuff. 11-4, we found ourselves in Gorillaz. They've only won one so far. Very nice one DGF from Cloud. m0NESY as well. Cloud with another. 2 kills to his name. Throws a flash, peeks on in. m0NESY gone. Cloud. If there was ever a round to turn up, it would be in this one. Gorillaz in towards long. Flusher can't convert. Cloud, a quad kill required. Darting right through lower. Gonna try and meet them towards this A site. Gorillaz smoke, flashbang. Everything to get himself across. Molly towards short. Cloud. Oh boy. Walking on in. The Empress in his hands, but he needs to become more than just the Emperor. He needs to become the king. Dethroned so far, but can NAVI Jr. secure level pegging? It lines into the hands of Gorillaz. 19 points of health. No other utility other than that flashbang. Cloud making his way on forward, checking the angles. Oh, he's holding it. He's on out. Cloud, you've got to be kidding me. Well, 25 seconds. NAVI Jr. looking to explode out towards B, and they have found success for the first. Cloud, nice peek, finds one more. Sergey, quick with the trigger, but Care through middle has found himself a very nice double.
Get flanked out. Sergey getting aggressive in the tunnels, needed that frag absolutely, and he's got to keep on going here. He's losing teammates left, right, and center. One will go down. He's going to get flanked out from lower tunnels. That's not been spotted. Oh, but there is a teammate coming to join him. m0NESY absolutely has to find success here. This is a key fight. Will he hear Sunny in time? He spotted out Sergey. Is faster than him. Sunny to his left, but he doesn't hear him. And he will get dropped. Panics on his way in. 2-on-2 here for NAVI Jr. to secure the map point. And of course, Gorillaz ultimately to stay alive. It feels like Fear hidden away at closet. There's a player underneath window that surely is going to be made quick work of. He actually wins his fight, but he's left low. Sunny, can he find it? He can indeed. He needs to get the kit. I don't think there's enough time. He will get his hands onto the kit. The defuse is going to be so damn close. I think he just has it. No! 0.4 seconds.
It seems to be right now. He's going to be pushing in towards upper, and so NAVI Jr. They're going to burst out towards B. Very nice shot. 5v4 yet again, Skriv. Problematic. Utility on out. Molotov to deny. The UMP's done some serious damage, and in fact now NAVI with the first. A second might just switch over to the AK, but no, denied. Care will get taken. In fact, I was going to say taken care of, but survives on 3 points of health. Flusher, Sergey, and Sunny out on this retake. m0NESY dipping in towards the back of sight as well. Sergey with one. And Gorillaz somehow have found themselves 14. A very messy round.
Might find the flick across there. m0NESY takes out Sunny as he stood in the open. Oh, not ideal here. Do they have a molly to deal with Car? They do indeed. Does he have a smoke to get out? No. So he'll have to push forwards, and he goes down all too easily. No damage traded back as yet onto that T side. They've dropped 2 CT players. The rotations are here, and they're trying to boost them up towards the site, which, to be fair, 2 quick players up there might be unexpected. Molly doesn't quite reach. Care takes some damage through the smoke, but someone has to go massive. It was NATO in the previous round. Floud all game long. Needed again. NATO comes in with the first. Maybe they tunnel onto him and Floud can find it around the smoke. So far, it's a slowdown from NAVI Jr. Down goes Flusher. Pete comes in from Floud. Few too many targets for him, and Care made his way onto the site. Nice and sneaky like. All going to be down to NATO. He needs a better weapon. Gets onto the AK. Flash round the corner. Just tries to reposition. Spots dead of Cynics, but it's...
They are going to punish and already kicking things off. Heavy aggression out towards A. There's players through Pop. There's players through Main. And, well, Gorillaz smoked off, to say the least. And Cynics has found one. m0NESY Let's get traded out to the hands of Sergey. I don't care. Finding a dink onto Sunny. Converted. Nato, Safix, and Flusher with one apiece, though. And back and forth. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Out towards B. They find themselves now 2v3, one player low HP. It becomes a little more interesting. Gorillaz. Oh, wow. What a shot. Sergey does take him down, but plucked out of the sky with a Glock as well, of all things considered.
Oh.
Flush shot. We know him. Ah, okay. I thought I was going to hype him up.
As for the jumping spot, I suppose it's neither here nor there. You're not really expecting him to find too much with Deagle and not much else. M0NESY finds the first head here, though. Oh, he gets a second. That is massive. Flusher will trade him back, but all the same, M0NESY has already done his damage for the round, gaining the man advantage here for the T side. And with only 50 seconds left, Gorillaz, you know, they're left kind of panicking. What do we do? Where do we move? Floud is in a perfect position to really turn things upside down. He doesn't quite know it, but he could quite easily sneak down the ladder there. Maybe in time he will go for it. Now the hit coming in. Sergey caught out in the open. It's all going to be onto Flusher and Floud. Floud will now be watched. Oh, and he will get taken down. If he'd gone earlier, if only, he may well have been able to save the round. But as it is, Flusher's just in between the rock and the hard place. Not going to happen. It will be the T side that come away with the advantage. Pretty difficult stuff. Floud finding the kill onto Fear, though, is kind of massive for me. M0NESY and Orncare are pretty low, and they've gained a lot of control in towards Ivy, so the containment is coming in. Floud up close and personal. There's one dropped, and he knows it. Going to find that kill. Can't find him through the smoke because he trades onto Orncare. Floud has bailed them out of this round. His first 3 kills of the game, but probably the most impactful that the CT side have had so far.
Big opportunity for success, and Floud has more than just stabbed it to death. He's mullered the NAVI junior side down to 2. The peak, Nato, Safix sending the head of M0NESY rolling off his shoulders, and Gorillaz against 4. Gorillaz, a feisty start and a double or setup all on top of that.
Oh, Flusher in behind with the knife, though. That is absolutely what you love to see. He's going to come away with another kill. M0NESY's taken down 1, but there's so much to find here. M0NESY will get the back of Flusher, however. Oh, he backs off a bit more than he can chew. It's still that man advantage being retained here for the Gorillaz side. Only just. NATO cannot miss. He does. That might just have given the gap that they need. Cynics has crept onto the bomb train. There are T's everywhere like ants. They're so hard to pin down. The bomb's going to go down. At the very least, the CT seems to have clocked on that they're isolated, but Floud goes for a peek by himself. NATO is now in between both the remaining T-side players. Gets the first. Knows vaguely where the second is at. Knows that the bomb is not perfectly planted for him, I suppose. The tap comes in. He has to go so wide on the peak. NATO will take him down.
Gonna give it his best stab. He has taken some early damage. Cynics with the Galil opening things up. Flusher's response found. 4v4. Bomb being planted. Does get off. Gorillaz getting tagged through the smoke. Beautiful dink there from Flusher, but at the end of the day, nothing too substantial. 4v4, 2 players low HP. And now, this is where it becomes dicey. Floud with the boost as well. Could get caught right underneath, but instead will only take 1/3 of his HP. And they still settle for the level. Pegging Cynics 1 for 1, but a higher HP player gone. Now these 2 low HP players have to come to life. Gorillaz with a first, turns back, AWP in hand, spots out another, fires off a shot, and now goes for another, denied. Hold on a minute, Orncare behind the smoke. Bomb tapped, is it going to be stuck? Flashbang drop, Nato Safix pulls off, and the man's done it in a 1v2. Orncare, low HP, does not matter. NAVI Junior, they find 5. One of your higher fraggers out of the round early doors. Floud, Bianca, let's see some magic. Spots the first, knows the second. Bomb dropped, and that is it. NAVI Junior fight from 2 men down. They are good for 1. Flusher to find his own. They hold their ground. Flusher another. M0NESY against 4. Spots out 1. Does see a second missed shot, though. Now holding back towards red, but does not know. Everyone's nowhere but out of crosshair.
They're going to go towards B, contacting their way in at B. Big nade comes through. Floud has to find probably a couple here. He only gets 1, and then he's immediately traded out. M0NESY deals with 1, also traded. Bomb has yet to be retrieved. There it is. The plant will come in. Orncare pushing forwards, though. This is risky. Very dangerous. And he's going to get taken down. Massively punished for it. Leaving Fear and Gorillaz with it all to do. Gorillaz absolutely need this one to close the gap, keep things rolling. And they're, of course, trying to deny that. On the NAVI junior side, that is a clean headshot from Fear coming in. Couple more like that and it's going to be over. They're not able to trade him, not even able to track him. Molly on towards the bomb. That doesn't really matter. Not going to push him off at all. At the very least, it clears out one area. Headshot angle towards Flusher. Finds it. Leaves it all to Sergey. Fear's doing everything. He plays it perfectly. Pogorelov will steal that kill away, but this is
Flusher. Pete does find the tag. Drops the flash as well. Pogorelov to open things up. Flusher's response good for one. And Sunny needs to come alive. Good for one. Knows there's a man towards upper, but backs away. Trying to play a more passive angle. Now he has the bomb in his jaws and a second kill found, but m0NESY's trade level 2 versus 2.
The flash to get across. It's madness. We'll look back on it, but the trading there, the positioning was absolutely terrible, I have to be honest. Fear will catch NATO, though, once again, coming up big in the clutch. Down to Sergey. Easy frag for the first, but he's completely wrong. Fear has outplayed him massively once again. The B bomb site is Fear's.
Minute on the clock. And already heavy damage, and in fact a dink, but no conversion towards Ivy. I don't care. Lucky to get away, but elsewhere Sunny's picked up one, and now 4v4.
Oh, quickly dwindling those numbers though. Fear once again chiming in. He's feeling himself at the moment. Confident peak there. Sergey on high. Certainly going to be unexpected. The flash is way too late. That's the bomb as well. Pogorelov maybe goes a bit too early. Sergey with the balls for that peak, but he will find success. All going to be down to Fear. He's the king of the B bomb site. Let's see what he can do on A. There is a couple low HP members. He's waiting for the push to come in from behind him. NATO does well to join up with his teammate. Oh, gotta be careful. Don't give him too many opportunities here. Fear with only 20 seconds though has got to start finding kills, and he knows it. NATO, Ivy's not being watched. No way is he allowed to just walk out like that. Finds one, gets a tag onto the second. He's now found an M4. And these two players outside are very low indeed, and going to draw attention across. Oncare's doing absolutely everything here, but you can see on B, they're pushing in. They catch players in transition. Sunny absolutely has to win this fight, and he can't. Onkare just charges straight into him. It's down to Sergey with a 5-7, I guess. The AWP is really not going to be useful up close. He's got no information to work with. He'll sneak in behind one. Going to start stepping though, and he had the opportunity to maybe creep round and find another, but as you can see, Fear is directly behind him. 10th round comes in.
B straight back up and send it right back out towards A. They're going to try and throw up as much as they can into the faces of NAVI Jr. Let's see how they handle it. Fear handles Flow quite nicely. Low HP though after the initial dink. Does get a tag onto the second m0NESY. Good for one. Cynics again looking for the shots, and he does connect onto Nato. Sapphix, Sergey and Flusher alone. Body shot, and wow, what a shot from m0NESY. A monumental comeback required heading into this series and into this round specifically if they want to have a chance. And Pogorelov ready, dishing out a clean shot onto Nato. Sapphix traded out to the hands of Floud, but again a 4v4 MP9 for AK-47. Questioning the validity of this round for Gorillaz, but they are going to continue pushing, and Fear's caught out. Floud has found m0NESY, and now a little more believable. They find themselves in a 4v2 post-plant scenario. Cynics and Onkare both approaching from the CT side, and sliced down to just a fan mass. Onkare, I don't think he's going to be able to find a way back into this one, and I think he knows that as well. He's a black sheep in a white herd. And well, he stands out like a sore thumb, and with that information gathered, at least Gorillaz can start to hunt in, and they'll close him out.
Minute and 20 in, not really seen an awful lot. Sunny, though, has crept out. The fact that he's been allowed to do that is really not good. Fear goes down. m0NESY's mollied out. So many mollies from such close range. m0NESY will find one. The follow of the spray from Pogorelov is pretty strong. There's some advantage for the time being. He wins the fight against another, and that is massive. 4-on-2 just like that, make it a 4-on-1. They had a great start on the Gorillaz side, but it's fallen apart. Oh my goodness. Flusher, can he clutch up? That's ultimately what they have to rely on here, and honestly, with no utility, barely any info, I just don't see it happening.
You're right. 40 seconds to work with. Has found his way on towards top blue, and I think he did see the player in connector there. He did. One tap, executes. A second headshot from Flusher. In fact, it was the body shot to finish the job, but it's good enough. And oh, he's going to slip away with the bomb in his hands and maybe actually look elsewhere. Moving back towards Pop Dog, taking it from a little more distant. Has been spotted, and now look, the rotate is in fruition, but Onkare reads into the play. 2 kills, though, in a 1 versus 4. You thought...
No, I can't wallbang that, actually. Kind of curious, because those definitely look like they're on him, and Sunny going to catch him with nade in hand. Perfect timing for that peak. We'll leave Gorillaz in the ascendancy.
Beautiful stuff. 5v4. And Gorillaz somehow working that man advantage. Fortunately, it's the only MP9 gone. Like, the rest of the team have FAMASs and rifles in general. But Floud, another shot. And now Flusher turning up towards the lurk. 2v5, that's it. NAVI Junior, they go, you know what, we're taking a step backward, running away with the rifles that we have. And in fact, m0NESY caught completely off guard. It's a 1v5, Fear push forward, and a flawless round for Gorillaz to close out round 20. Is 7th to their name.
He's got eyes on. So a very dangerous player Flusher is to go for this one, but he really does want to push forwards. He's just waiting for enough of a distraction from the other side. Cynic's going to win the fight against Sergey. They're falling apart here on the T end of things. Flusher finds some damage, but not the frag. Floud is the next to fall. I don't believe that NAVI Jr. are doing this. Pogorelov claps out Flusher, and it's all on to NATO Safix. Absolutely unbelievable.
They can't do it with rifles, but when with Deagles well armed and ready, and here we go. Yorpa finally going to get a taste of what it's like with the sniper for the first time on this T-half. A lot of opponents to find, spots out one, knows that there's going to be players lurking around. He wouldn't have spotted the cross. This player in close will be his demise, if anything. Cynic's up close, 20 seconds to go. Scriv, the round's gone, there's no chance. There's no stab at success. And oh, hello, bit of a jump boost there for NAVI Jr. They're going to stack on a high, and NATO Safix pressuring on forward smoke in. One beak from Cynics, just like that.
Good money available. They absolutely want to be finding this round. m0NESY will be blinded up. He waits patiently though, and he gets his reward. Cynic's nice and close to the action. Floud's trying to walk out, trying to find someone overstepping. He does hear a running away CT as he will creep in. I don't think he's been spotted. Cynics didn't see him on that cross, which is a little awkward. Might actually work out in favor of Cynics because Floud is playing it like he has been seen, but there comes the kill. The molly to follow up, a nice deep smoke as well. Brings it into a 4-on-4 that's definitely doable. The charge forwards is not strong enough. m0NESY standing strong, Uncare finding his kill, and that one was so damn close. Flusher, is that in mid-air? Looked like it. At the very least, it was as soon as he landed. It's still a solid man advantage here for NAVI Jr. As Flusher is left low, the bomb is going to be planted on A. Oh, this is such a dodgy turn of affairs. He's going to look the wrong way at the wrong time. All onto NATO. One of his famous clutches definitely required, and it's not going to happen. No scope from Uncare.
So they could be given an opportunity to push on out here. m0NESY will find one, Fear with another. NAVI Jr. tearing them apart. Pogorelov with another. Sergey and Flusher against all odds, already to attack. Not to convert yet, though. Fear with one. Sergey against four to shut down the first, not the second. NAVI Jr. 16. Gorillaz 10.